In a developing story, we are learning more about the homicide investigation in McIntosh County. We first told you yesterday about the federal documents accusing Cody Burkhalter, the grandson of Rentiesville Mayor Mildred Burkhalter, of shooting a man to death, dismembering the body, and putting it in a barrel of acid.
Now we know that the Humane Society of Tulsa saved 14 dogs and 31 chickens from the property. Fox 23's Tanya Motorzitsky joins us live. Tanya, they say those animals were living in very poor conditions with no food or water.
Sarah and Abigail, this story keeps on getting more sad as the days and more information come about. Now, I did learn from the Tulsa Humane Society that those chickens and roosters are in pretty bad shape, and according to OSCN, this is not the first time at that same Rentiesville home that someone is accused of animal cruelty.
When I finally arrived at the home of 25-year-old Cody Burkhalter, this was what was left after the search earlier this week: empty cages and kennels. Monday, this is what the Humane Society of Tulsa saw: 7 adult dogs and 7 puppies, poorly tied up, hungry and thirsty.
There was a mother dog that was chained in a way that she couldn't even get to her puppies. So there were 7 puppies that were kind of isolated from the mom.
Rachel Ward with the Humane Society says they also were surprised to find more than 30 chickens.
They didn't have any access to food or water on the site, so our team is doing everything we can to get them healthy, but it's definitely kind of a long journey for them.
She says after their veterinarians examined the chickens, she found signs of cockfighting.
Our vet did speculate that some of the roosters were probably at one time fighting roosters.
According to OSCN, Burkhalter's father, Frederick Burkhalter, also lived at that home, and in 2019, Frederick was charged with 11 counts of animal cruelty. The case was dismissed due to being out of jurisdiction because of McGirt. Ward says they heard of reports a few months ago of nearly 20 dogs on the same property during a separate investigation.
We've heard a lot of reports that there were, a lot of dogs on that property at one time, and with us only finding 7 adults, that was a little concerning as to where those others may be.
She says the Humane Society is taking care of the animals while the investigation continues.
We essentially inventory them. Our vet does exams on every animal. That's kind of our part of it, and we take care of them pretty much indefinitely until we hear from law enforcement on what the custody situation of the animals will end up being.
Ward says the animals are doing great so far. Now they are needing donations since there's so many animals that just came in with this case. They have an Amazon wish list that you can go ahead and donate to. That's on their Facebook page and Instagram. Live covering news that matters, I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, Fox 23 News.